Noon once again. This is your presenter, Pastor Stephanie Babu, chaplain of FBTS, right here at Trinity Baptist Church. What a day, what a time. Welcome again to this consultative forum, which is presented to you by FBTS. Thank you so much. Today, it's another day. It's another good day with our program here to bring to you the 10th episode of this consultative program. And today we are so privileged that we have a member of our faculty here at FBTS, Bishop Dr. Peter Ndungu, who is going to be the one to facilitate us with the questions that will be brought by the scholars. And we have our scholars here today. And without wasting any time, I would just start from my far right hand. We have Masi Musimi, who is going to introduce herself to the viewers and to our listeners. Please, welcome to the program. Musimi, please introduce yourself.
Thank you, our able chaplain, Dr. Ibabu. My name is Masi Musimi, and I'm a pioneer of Fulbright Theological Seminary, and at the moment I'm pursuing my master's in Theological and Biblical Counseling. Thank you for having me.
And also today, once again, we have another scholar, Lillian. Please introduce yourself to our viewers and to our listeners.
Thank you, our able Pastor Ibabu, and all my viewers. My name is Lillian Timothy, a master's student in FBTS, and I'm happy to be here, and I invite everybody to join to view this program. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lillian, for your introduction. And a member of our faculty, Dr. Ndungu, please introduce yourself to our viewers.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chaplain. Good afternoon, team members, fellow lecturers, and the panel. My name is Dr. Peter Ndungu, a professor in this college, and I welcome you all to this program so that we can learn together. Thank you.
Once again, thank you so much, our viewers and our listeners. This program is coming to you right here from Lakewood, Trinity Baptist Church. And remember, this place is a place of learning. And please, if you don't hesitate and want to know more about our college, please don't hesitate. At the bottom of your screen, you will see the phone numbers and the email. You can reach out to our Chancellor, Pastor Foshay, or Vice Chancellor Dr. Giduku, or our Dean Eunice Waidaka. Please don't hesitate. We are still actually having registration if you want to become part of this learning, and God bless you. And today we don't want to take a lot of time. We have wonderful questions aligned for us to get answers from our faculty member, Dr. Ndungu. And our first question, we will get Sister Lillian Timothy to bring the question. Please.
Thank you, our presenter, Pastor Ibabu. And my first question to our able lecturer, my first question is general understanding and trade. What are the most significant shifts you have observed in substance abuse trades among youth in the past decade?
Yeah, thank you so much, Lillian. It's a very good question, an area of concern about significant trends in drug addiction and abuse within our youths. And I want first to say that drug abuse and addiction are complex issues with the constant evolving trends which are of concern to all of us as parents, as community leaders, and as church leaders. One of the significant complex change that is happening now, which is raising concern, is the increase of overdose deaths. The rise is seen across different age groups, but especially concerning among the young people. And since 2018, the number of deaths arising from overdose have doubled. Another arising trend, which is also of concern, is substance use. Substance use makes treatment more complex and challenging because we are talking of drugs that are mixed up, and it is not easy to know what is the cause of the overdose because our users are taking different kinds of drugs. Another emerging issue is psychoactive substances. These are also called designer drugs, which were not known there before, and it's hard to predict the effects of that drug or the potential of how it can be toxic, and that is a major problem in our days. Another trend is the shifting of demographics. While the use of drugs was predominantly associated with civic groups, it is now impacting a larger population, and that is also a big deal and a demanding issue. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that extensive answer from Dr. Ndungu. And I know on this same area of general understanding and trends, Lillian, Mercy, you had a question about it.
Thank you so much, Pastor Ibabu. Dr. Ndongo, still on the general understanding and trends, how has social media influenced drug use patterns and perceptions among adolescents and young adults?
Yeah, social media has contributed a lot in the use of drugs, abuse, and addiction, because when our young people see individuals who are doing very well in areas like soccer and football and other sports, and they come to learn or realize that they are using drugs, that there without a question is mentorship and role modeling. And also, the people who appear on social media, they look cool, the way they wear, the vehicles they drive, and how they live. They live large. And so our young people think that doing drugs is a cool thing because the social media is promoting those things without even knowing that it have very negative effects. And it's a big issue because in this era of social media where all our kids have phones and other gadgets that they can use, and they are following those, especially the singers and those rappers, and they are glorifying drug use, then the social media becomes a big source of the problem that we are facing with drug abuse and addiction.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ndungu, for that. And our viewers, here we are talking about drug abuse. And it is very important for you and I and our viewers and our listeners to take keen interest to the things that are being discussed here. It has become a menace into our communities today that we are seeing this thing coming. They've become a big issue in our families. So it is obvious that this is a very important place for us to understand. Another, addressing abuse effectively, it requires a combination of policy and even implementation. So today we have Sister Timothy here, who is going to give us two more questions concerning policy and prevention. Please, Sister Lillian.
Thank you, our presenter. I have two questions for our able Dr. Pera. The first is about policy and prevention. Which public health intervention have proven most effective in reducing drug use at the community level? And the second one is, how should policy maker balance measures with rehabilitation approaches in dealing with substance abuse?
Thank you so much, Lily, and that's also a very good question regarding public health interventions. There are various interventions that are working and are very good if they are followed and exercised with care. One of them is cognitive behavior therapy, we call it CBT. Another one is harm reduction strategy, it's called HRS. We can also talk about relapse prevention, detoxification, and also medication-assisted treatments. They work and they are very effective. The other question that you have asked is also an important one about punitive measures that policymakers are exercising in our days, which is also a negative one. And some of these are legal sanctions, harsh penalties, criminalization of drug addiction and abuse, and denial of federal benefits to those who are found to be using drugs, or those who are in addiction rehabilitation centers. They are denied federal benefits. It becomes so hard for them to live a normal life. And so if policymakers would be a bit lenient and remove these punitive measures, they can be able to help those who are suffering, including their families. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lungu, for those very well answered questions. Sister Mercy, you had two questions also for treatment and recovery, please.
Yes, I had two questions for Dr. Ndongo and on treatment and recovery. The first question is, how important is family involvement in the recovery process, and what best practices exist for including them? The other question is, can you explain the role of faith-based or spiritual programs in long-term recovery from substance and use disorders?
Thank you, Mercy Musimi, for those two questions. They are good. And for sure, involvement of families in the recovery process of addiction and prevention is very key, because when you become an active participant in the treatment and rehabilitation of a child as a mother or as a family, we give it a holistic approach, because it is addressed at home, it is addressed at the treatment centers or rehabs, and so it also demonstrates how supportive the parents and the families are, and the one who is going through treatment feels loved and cared for. The other question you're asking is about the church or spiritual leaders, how they can get involved in the significance. It is very, very key if the churches would be involved in the rehabilitation and treatment, because this will be the first line of support, because this is where families go with their children and the young ones who are suffering. And so if the churches and spiritual leaders would get involved and become active participants, they can be very helpful. And the holistic approach from the government and other stakeholders, if the church is involved, it is very well placed and better placed to address this, because this is where the parents and the children and all their friends attend. It becomes a very good source of support.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ndungu, for those very well answered questions. To our viewers and to our listeners, we are so happy for you to take your time and to listen to us and even listen to the question from the scholars and very well answered question from a member of our faculty, Dr. Ndungu. Our viewers, we've come closer to the end of our program today, but before then, I will just ask our scholars to give their final words, starting with Sister Mercy.
Thank you so much, our presenter, Pastor Ibabu. Our final words to viewers is Fulbright Theological Seminary is an institute where holistic teaching is offered, and this is one of the best, I would say, and has really given me an insight and a lot of knowledge. Going forward, I'll still choose Fulbright anytime, and I would urge, if you're looking for a college, Fulbright is a place to be. Thank you.
And Sister Lillian, your final word.
First of all, I want to thank Pacific TV, Pacific Waves TV, for giving us an opportunity to advertise our school or to present our school. And also I want to thank you, the Fulbright, for giving us this chance. If I was not in a Fulbright, I don't think I'll be here. That is why at this moment I'm here to tell Fulbright all the time. Even if I go out, I'll always choose the Fulbright. And all my friends and all the Kenya, Canada, UK, London, subscribe. Pacific TV is where you can get Fulbright all the time. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sister Lillian. And final word from our faculty member.
I want to thank you, the moderator, and Pacific TV, the students and fellow lecturers and the panel for this wonderful program, because this program makes Fulbright Theological College a unique institute of learning, whereby not only the classroom, we are able to impact the society in the neighborhoods by addressing issues of concern to our families, and also helping the government to fight these fights that are ruining our young people at this dispensation. So we are grateful that God has given us this platform. We are grateful that Fulbright continues to be a very supportive institution to the government, to the communities, and to the young people. And we are happy that the students that we are mentoring in this institution have started to enter into employment and to be professionals within the government circles, whereby they are making an impact, and we are happy for that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our scholars, Sister Mercy Musimi, and also Sister Lillian Timothy, and our faculty member, Dr. Peter Ndungu, Bishop. And to our viewers and to our listeners, what a thank you to you for finding time to be in your comforts, in your living room comforts, and to listen to us to this very, very important subject of drug abuse. I know it has affected most of us in our homes with our children, young men and women. And today we just want to thank you. And if you have any question, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. At the bottom of your screen, you will find our phone numbers and also the email. You can reach out to our dean, Dr. Eunice Waidakar. You can reach out to our Chancellor, Foshay. You can also reach to our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Francis Giduku. And this is your presenter. We cannot stop here but not to say thank you to Pacific Waves and the men and women behind the scenes to make this program available to you. We cannot even wait to say thank you to our producer, Mr. Kiarie, for what he is doing for this work. Thank you so much, our viewers. Remember, it is right here on the 11th episode next Saturday. Please tune in right here, the same channel, same time. God bless you and see you on time. Okay, bye-bye.
You are watching Pacific Waves Television USA, a place of nourishment.